Mass and Energy Balance for Biosystem. Module 2 Foundation of Conservation Principle and Segment 1 Introduction to the Conservation Laws is me, Lily from School of Life Sciences and Technology, Institute Teknologi, Bandung. In this module, we will discuss about the introduction to the conservative law, counting extensive properties in a system, and also conceptual framework for accounting and conservation equations. And in this segment, we will first discuss about the introduction to the conservative law. First, introduction to the conservation law. The conservation is the preservation of a physical quantity during movement, transformation, or reaction. And it is a fundamental concept in engineering and science. A handful of conservation principles provide the governing law for virtually all physical behavior. And engineers mathematically describe this law in conjunction with initial or boundary condition. Although the specific application of the conservation law were developed centuries ago, scientists and engineers more recently have generalized the conservation of multiple extensive properties into a few governing conservation law. And this law can be applied to total mass, mass and moles of elements, linear and angular momentum, net electrical charge, and total energy. And this law provide a fundamental basis for problem solving across engineering disciplines. This conservation law also can be mathematically described by and formulated into conservation equations. The conservation law have been used in a wide variety of applications across all fields of engineering. For example, for refining crude oil into gasoline, finding bending moments and loads in a building structures, designing and constructing circuits and computers, estimating groundwater contamination, designing and producing microchips, modeling the carbon cycle in the environment, designing and building aircraft, and also for developing life support system. It should be noted that not all extensive physical properties are conserved, and in other words, some extensive properties are created or destroyed during change in or to the system. And those that are not conserved must be described using an accounting equation. This accounting equation is more generalized version of the conservation equation. And for the numerous example of the application of accounting and conservation equation will be discussed later in the next segment. For the next segment, we will discuss about counting extensive properties in a system. Until then, I'm Lily from Institute Teknologi Bandung.